Hello and welcome to Property Box News. I'm Simon Evison. Now, if this is your first time, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon as well so you get notification of new content. In this edition, investors are continuing to call for the government to help the PRS and reverse some of their recent legislations. That's coming up. But first, Rightmove are predicting a buyer's market is just around the corner. Miles Shipside, Rightmove director and housing market analyst, says with record employment, low interest rates and good mortgage availability, buyers have a lot in their favour apart from the lack of political certainty. He said those who have postponed their purchase should note that the estate agency branches have more sellers on their books than at any time for the last 4 years, so there should be more choice of property to buy. He went on to say it could be a good opportunity to negotiate a relative bargain in the second half of the year if they can set aside the continuing Brexit distractions. So what he's saying there is that Brexit is making sellers more cautious and that the second half of the year traditionally sees weaker house prices. And with more houses on estate agents' books since 2015, with an average of 53.3 houses per agent, there's a real oversupply of properties. Additionally, with it taking longer to secure a buyer currently, it's taking something like 62 days on average, even more indications are there that you can bargain hard for a good deal. Of course, the political situation we face, i.e. Brexit, has severely slowed the market, and Rightmove also quotes the widely respected Lucian Cook, who's the head of residential research at Savills. He says, since the Brexit vote, the market has become driven by the sentiment far more than the traditional economic drivers of affordability. He said protracted political hiatus has added to the sense of caution over the prospects for household finances, even though mortgage debt remains cheap. So even lending is cheap. We've seen lots and lots of competition. So please let us know what your thoughts are at the moment. What are your negotiations going like? Have you had more offers? Are you getting cheap deals? Are you getting cheap mortgage products? Leave us a comment below. New research by MT Finance shows that 97% of investors don't think the government is doing enough to help property investors. When asked what changes the government could introduce to better support the UK property market, 50% of those investors surveyed said scrapping the 3% stamp duty surcharge would improve conditions in UK real estate. Meanwhile, 33% of property investors called for a reversal on the changes to tax relief on buy-to-let mortgages, whilst 17% believed introducing a tiered tax system on buy-to-let property would better support the UK property market. So it's interesting there that the stamp duty surcharge and removing it is more important to property investors than mortgage interest tax relief, as it suggests this group of investors are the ones who are more likely to expand their portfolios. Boris Johnson recently announced that if he succeeds in his Tory leadership battle, one of his key moves will be to overhaul the current stamp duty land tax thresholds. He told a group of Conservative voters that he plans to drastically raise the threshold for paying stamp duty from its current level of £125,000 to £500,000. The news has evidently caused significant noise in the property circles, as when asked who they would vote for if a general election was called today, half the respondents revealed that they would back the Conservative Party. So, what are your thoughts? First, tell us what you think the government could do to help, and second, who would you vote for if there was a general election tomorrow? Leave us a comment below. And finally, there's a new kid on the block. Free-to-advertise sales portal Residential People has tripled in size since April, and it only started in February. It currently lists over 30,000 properties. The latest property portal to take on Rightmove and Zoopla claims it's gaining traction after promising never to charge agents to list properties on its site. They signed up over 1,000 agents so far, and in the current climate, they're offering great value. Its spokesman, Dominic Gabriel, had this to say: "We believe that Residential People offers a unique value proposition to agents and something that is becoming more and more relevant as things such as Brexit and most recently the tenant fees ban, which continue to squeeze profits for agencies even further." So, why don't you give it a go? Let us know what you think. There's a link below. Drop us a comment. Let us know how you got on. That's all from me. See you next time. And don't forget to subscribe, especially if it's your first time here, and share and like. Goodbye.